Okay, so our next topic again is defensive driving. So under this topic, we have the specific objectives. So you must able to learn identifying driving hazards. Next is understand defensive driving techniques. Use defensive driving techniques to prevent accidents and injuries on the road. Next, driving hazards. So we can identify driving hazards for the following. Una, reckless driving. Pangalawa, distracted driving. Pangatlo, if we are fatigued. Number 4, aggressive driving. Failure to keep vehicles in good operating condition and driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Next, so we can consider that the driving hazards for dangerous conditions. Una, for bad weather. So, yung mga bagong sasakyan nowadays, merong mga cruise control at saka merong adjustment ng gulong. Pwede mo siyang i-sports, halimbawa mode, pwede mo siyang i-wet mode, pwede mo siyang i-rocky road mode, yung mga bagong sasakyan kagaya ng mga X-Force. Pangalawa, difficult road conditions. Yan, yung mga bagong sasakyan ngayon din, pwede mo na rin siyang adjust depende dun sa road conditions. Ano pa yung mga possible dangerous conditions? Yung poor light or glare. That's why ngayon hinuhuli kapag ang inyong sasakyan ay kundi ang headlight or walang ilaw. Heavy traffic, road works, yan. So, syempre, we experience pagka may mga ginagawa sa kalsada yung heavy traffics, and sometimes kapag nagkakaroon ng overtaking o kaya yung mga hindi pagbibigayan, accidents. And also last is accidents. Next, seatbelts. Of course, seatbelts. So, prevent crashing into steering wheel, dash, or windshield. So, it is very important that when we enter our vehicle or car, we should wear a seatbelts. Nowadays, even the passengers constraints or made of seatbelts. Meron na rin seatbelts sa mga passengers sa likod. Kaya lang matitigas yung ulo ng mga passengers, hindi naman nagsi-seatbelt. Number 2, keep your inside vehicle and improve chance of remaining conscious once na nagkaroon ng collision. And kaya magtataka kayo minsan, merong banggaan, pirat na yung sasakyan pero buhay pa rin yung mga nasa loob. Keep your behind the wheel if you have swerve or brake suddenly. So, vehicle maintenance para maiwasan ng aksidente or untoward incidents. Una, regular tune-ups. Regular tune-ups, yung tinatawag natin personal preventive maintenance servicing, ay dapat natin ginagawa for certain mileage. Oil changes, fluid levels, brakes, tire treads, and pressure should be checked, and light signals and wipers. Next, so we have pre-drive inspection. So under pre-drive inspection, you should walk around inspection of your vehicle. Check for tires. Check for leaks under vehicles. Windows clean. Okay, so pre-drive inspection, so you must walk around inspection. You must check the tires, leaks under vehicles, windows clean, nothing, blocking vision, mirrors properly adjusted, and lights working properly. Next, so if there is a bad or rainy season, you must adjust to weather and road conditions. So what will you do? So you must first slow down. Second, turn on lights and wipers. Next, increase following distance to 4 seconds. Ibig sabihin magdadagdag ka na. Following distance instead of 1 to 2 seconds or 2 to 3, gawin mong 3 to 4 seconds. Next, avoid paddles and be prepared to handle a skid safety. Kaya nga pagka naulan, kailangan ay medyo mabagal. And beware of icy patches. Pero sa Pilipinas naman, wala naman tayong mga icy patches. Next, don't drink or take drugs and drive. So alcohol and drugs can impair your ability to determine distances and reaction time, also your judgment and your vision. Okay, last we have thank you. Okay po. Next. Okay, so our next topic is the use of early warning devices. So our next topic is the use of early warning devices. So early warning devices are used during emergencies, especially kapag tayo ay naklatan o kaya naman biglang nasiraan ng sasakyan. Ilalagay natin sa harapan at sa likuran ng ating sasakyan. So paano ba ang paggamit ng early warning device? So first, what are the early warning devices? So now as defined by the Land Transportation Office of the Philippines, it is the early warning device, which is a safety tool that provides you with a safety net by the way of added visibility, especially during an emergency stop on a road. As you can see, it is a triangular shape. So it is a triangular in shape and is made of a very reflective materials. So these early warning devices, or EWDs, come in pairs with one yellow and one red. Okay, so for optimal visibility, the red triangle should be placed around 6 meters from the car and the yellow at around 6 meters away from the red EWD. So dapat yan, as you can see the picture. The idea behind this is the yellow one will inform other motorists that there's a hazard ahead, and that the red one will warn that the said hazard, which one park or stalled, is nearby. So ganyan pala dapat. Yung samantalang yung ibang ginagawa, isa sa una, isa sa huli. Ano? So the idea behind this is the yellow one will inform other motorists that there is a hazard ahead, and that the red one will warn that the said hazard, which is the one park or stalled car, is nearby. On the highway, though, you might want to stretch out these distances a little bit, because typically cars on the highway travel faster. In addition to the distance requirement, your early warning devices must be tilted slightly backward at 5 to 10 degrees perpendicular to the surface of the road. Okay, and last, the early warning device is required by the Philippine Land Transportation Office as per their Memorandum Circular Number VFT 2012-1609. So it is actually signed into law that you must carry a pair in your car. So there are also guidelines in the said memo as to how these are deployed. Common din naman yung mga bagong sasakyan ngayon, ginagawa ng previous ang early warning device. So to ensure compliance, the LTO has placed penalties for driving a motor vehicle except for motorcycles without carrying a pair of emergency warning devices. First is a fine of 500 pesos. Second, your license will be confiscated until you are able to prove that you have purchased a pair of early warning devices. Okay? So I will be playing a video. Okay, so next is the pre-driving orientation for motorcycles. So as you can see on the presentation, we have the following. So first, you must check the motorcycle for accessories, type of motorcycle, rider position, and motorcycle parts. So since our course is the basic driving education, part na rin ang motorcycle safety. Okay po. Next, accessories. So when we say accessories, this pertains to the mandatory things na kailangan natin iadala if ever we use a motorcycle. The first one is the helmet. Motorcycle helmets contribute to motorcycle safety by protecting the riders in the event of an impact. They reduce the risk of head injury by 69% and the risk of death by 42%. Their use is required by law in many countries. Motorcycle helmet consists of polyester foam inner shell that absorbs shocks during collision. And protective plastic outer layer. So these are the types of motorcycle helmet. We have the full face helmet, number 1, and the number 2 we have the off-road motocross helmet, yung mga sa rider, and we have the modular helmet, yung sa ibabaw. We also have number 4 the half helmet. Number 5, we have the open face helmet. Number 6, we have the dual sports helmet. Okay, number 2, it is required din na kung tayo ay rider, we should have the motorcycle protection gears. The motorcycle protection gears are motorcycle riding gear or kit. It's a specialized clothing and equipment worn by motorcyclists. So it is usually serve as multiple purpose at once, including crash injury protection, deflecting sun, precipitation or debris,
Sir,
hello po. Parang wala ang presentation ko. Okay, so next is the wala ulit. Motorcycle protection gears. And then after that, so we have type of motorcycle protection gears. So we have the motorcycle jacket, we have the pants, we have the motorcycle boots, we have the motorcycle gloves, we have the motorcycle goggles, and we have the motorcycle pants. So wearing different types of motorcycle gears can reduce risk if ever na tayo ay natumba o kaya ay nagka-collision. So ibig sabihin, mas nababawasan yung hazards kapag ka meron tayo motorcycle accessories. Next, type of motorcycles. So there are many systems for classifying type of motorcycles, describing how the motorcycles are put to use or the designer's intent or some combination of the two. So these are the type of motorcycles. So we have the standard motorcycle, we have the cruiser motorcycle, we have the sport bike, we have the touring motorcycle, and we have the sport touring motorcycle. We also have the dual sport motorcycle, we also have the scooter motorcycle, we also have the moke motorcycle, and we have the off-road motorcycle. Okay po? May questions po sa type of motorcycle? Baka wala na ulit kayo. Nandiyan pa naman. May questions po sa type of motorcycle? Next is the rider position. Okay, so rider position is very important when driving a motorcycle. Kasi nga minsan it adds convenience sa driver, lalo kung meron kang kaangkas. So the standard position for riding a motorcycle is when the driver is sitting with their back upright. Your shoulder should be stuck above your hips and slightly pushed back. This relaxes the shoulders and keeps them from hunching over, which can cause discomfort and pain in the neck and upper back area.
So, pwede na kayo mag-design.
Okay, next. Please enter the title content here. So the effects of body positioning. Okay, so we have yan, maxi scooter. So dapat ganyan daw ang position. We have the sports tuner, of course, nakaganyan. We have the sports, yan. We have the cafe racer. We have the off-road. We have the adventure. We have the naked. And we have the retro. So, motorcycle parts. Motorcycle components and systems for a motorcycle are engineered, manufactured, and assembled in order to produce motorcycle models with the desired performance, aesthetics, and cost. So, ito yung ating anatomy of a motorcycle. Okay, so of course we have number 1, hand clutch. Number 2, we have the ignition switch. Number 3, we have the instrument panel. Number 4, we have the frame. Number 5, we have the front fork. Number 6, we have the front brakes. Yan. Number 7, we have the wheels and tires. Number 8, we have the foot shifter. Yan. Number 9, we have the transmission. Then next, we have the engine, number 10. Akin na. And then number 11, we have the starter pedal. Yan, ito. And then next, we have the suspension, number 12. And then we have the rear brakes, number 13. Ito. Number 14, we have the seat, yung upuan na maliit. And then number 15, we have the fuel tank. Okay po? Questions? May tanong po? Okay po, next week meron tayong long quiz. Ipopost ko tong mga PowerPoint sa Google Class para may ma-review kayo. Ano?
Chapi, sir.
Hindi po man yan, sir.
Chapi, sir.
Chapi.
Sa screen nyo, sir.
Sa US.
Okay, next week meron tayong long quiz with regards to the PowerPoints that I have been discussed. So mamaya, ipopost ko sa Google Class yung mga PowerPoints. Nakuha?